Years ago, my life was a storm of cravings, always searching for escape, never finding peace. Silence terrified me. It was where my demons lived. Addiction was my way to numb the pain, but sobriety only made the inner noise louder. I tried affirmations, but my mind rejected them, reinforcing my sense of brokenness. The real struggle wasn't quitting substances, it was facing myself without them. Then, in a moment of quiet desperation, I discovered subliminal messages. What if healing didn't have to be a battle? What if change could happen quietly, beneath my awareness? The idea seemed absurd, but it was a whisper of hope beneath all the noise. Maybe, just maybe, I could reprogram the beliefs that kept me trapped. Healing, I realized, might be less about fighting and more about surrendering to a new possibility. Sometimes, the quietest whispers are the ones that save us. Subliminal messages aren't mind control. They're gentle affirmations layered under calming sounds. You can't consciously hear them, but your subconscious does. My inner critic always shot down positive thoughts, but subliminals slipped past that guard. They're not a magic fix, but a tool, one part of a bigger healing practice. I started listening daily, skeptical but committed. At first, nothing changed, but over weeks, my self-hate softened. The urge to relapse faded from a roar to a whisper. Subliminals became a quiet support, enriching the soil of my recovery. They didn't do the work for me, but they made the work possible. Change was subtle, but real. Sometimes the smallest shift in your inner world changes everything. Science behind this? Neuroplasticity. Our brains aren't fixed. They're always rewiring. Addiction carves deep neural pathways, but new habits can build new ones. Subliminals help by feeding the subconscious positive messages, gently nudging the brain to form healthier patterns. Studies show our brains process information we're not even aware of. With repetition, these messages start to reshape our thinking. My old patterns weren't permanent. They were just practiced. With new input, I could practice healing instead. This wasn't just hope, it was biology. Change, I learned, is possible, one quiet message at a time. Real transformation needs ritual. My mornings began with silence, then a subliminal track as I made tea. Journaling followed, where new, kinder thoughts started to appear. Throughout the day, I'd use tracks for focus or sleep, weaving healing into my routine. It wasn't about zoning out, it was about creating an environment for growth. The affirmations softened my old identity as addict. I started to see myself as creative, kind, whole. The shift was gradual but profound. Recovery became less about fighting the past and more about nurturing a new self. The soundtrack of my life changed, and so did I. Becoming myself became my daily practice. If you're struggling, hear this. You are not broken. The story of your flaws is just that, a story, not your truth. Old beliefs can be rewritten. Healing is an act of kindness to yourself, not a battle. Subliminals are a gentle way to invite new hope. You don't have to force change, just create space for it. Trust the process, even if it's slow. The transformation you seek may arrive as a whisper, not a thunderclap. You are the author of your story. The power to change is within you, waiting in the quiet. You are not broken. You are becoming, and that is a beautiful thing.